Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel at the Robot Fashion Empire. First, we want to make this beautiful dress that I just showed you, and for us to make the dress, you need nothing less than 4 to 5 yards of material. So follow me. Let's start on this journey. The first thing you do when you open your material like this, you you fold it this way. Make sure that the material is aligning with this line. Now, when you folded it this way, make sure there are no excesses. Take away all the excesses. That's the first step. Now, mind you, we are supposed to be cutting this kind of style on the table, but because the style is too big, the table cannot accommodate it. So let's do it on the floor today. So this is the next thing we'll do. You fold it again. You're folding it again. That's the way to get that style. So you try and make sure that there are no excesses in there. You strengthen the fabrics. Strengthen the fabrics. Make sure there are no excess. Okay, now we are done. Now, like I said, like I was saying, now the first thing you do is to get your shoulder. Now the shoulder here is 16. Now for it to get 16, then we are going to be adding 1 inch allowance. So you divide your shoulder by 2. 16 is 8. Like I said, 16 is 8, and 1 inch allowance is this, that's 9. So now that I've gotten my shoulder line, I go ahead to take the full length of the gown. Now, if you notice, the border of the gown has this gather like 10 inches. So now if her full length is 55 inches. Now from here, we're going down to 55 inches. Now, this is 55 inches. The gather at the down is like, okay, let me just say 12 inches. So 55 inches minus 12 inches is 43 inches. So this is 43 inches. So this is what I have now. So I will take my tape back to the beginning of this fabric, and I will use it to get my perfect curve. So this is what I'm doing. Just follow me. Mind you, I did not put my tape on this line, because if you should put your tape on this line to get that curve, you won't get, okay, see, you won't get exactly what you need. You need to take it to that point to get your curve. So now this is the length of our gown. So but we'll move further to get from the shoulder to her bust point. Like most time I call it shoulder to armpit. I'll be giving her, let's use 8.5 first. Then this kind of style. Okay, let me get your shoulder to her under bust is 13 inches. So let me give her 13.5 inch. Now we don't need the hip because the dress is a free dress. Now her bust point is 39, let's say 40. Now I just noticed something, that the four materials are not touching each other. So you must make sure that the four of them are touching themselves. If not, when you finish cutting, you have problem. So this is it. Her bust is 40, this is 40, and let's give her 1.5 inch allowance. Now her waist is let me see the style again. Her waist is 34, this 32, 33, 34. So if this is her waist, let's imagine that we are giving her like 3 inches allowance. So connect the allowance of the waist to that of the bust. Then from here, you drag it to go and meet the ending part of the clothes. It's as simple as this. This our clothes is ready. So so it's just for us to see the neck of the clothes. If you see from here, the neck is a high neck. Now, but for now, if we want to cut the neck, we'll just cut 3 inches. I can just take 3.5 inches wide. Because this clothes we are folding the front and the back together, we will just cut the neck for the back. The both of them will have the neck for the back. So I'm coming down with 2 inches. So you curve, and that's it. Then for the armhole, this is our shoulder. You curve your I don't have those French curve, but I think I'm good with my free hand. You get your armhole. That's this. Now, normally, when you have your shoulder like this, you're supposed to reduce your shoulder with 1 inch. When you reduce your shoulder with 1 inch, you trace this your neckline to come and meet your shoulder. This is it. So this is how our sleeve is supposed to be. So now let me cut. So if you notice, I'm cutting the front and the back together. When you are cutting the front and the back together, it's just the back fabric and back neck that you need to cut. If you cut the front neck, you will end up having issues. So just follow me. I'm cutting it. So this is it. Hope you are following me. So what I will do here, I will remove one one of them. Now, if you are looking, you will see that the two of them, one is going to be having joining, while the other one is not having joining. So it's wisdom to carry the one that is having joining as the front and the one that is not having joining as the back. Look at this one. Because it's flay cutting, it's going to have joining. That's it. So this one that is not having joining is our front. So now we are going to fold the front again so that we can get the neckline properly. This neckline is too high for the front. Now, here I'll take my neckline down by, let me say, 4 inches. Okay, this is it. Then I'll curve it. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm doing. So curve it properly and neatly. Curve it in our cut. Do you understand? So there is a little opening here, but most times I don't like opening this until I'm ready with my facing to open it. Then I open it. So I like putting gum stay first before opening. So if you look very well, you'll see that this is the front of the dress and this is the back. So the back we are going to cut. This is the back. We are going to add to the back. Okay, before we do that, we'll just proceed. Let's just finish everything that concerns cutting before we go to our machine. Now, like I said earlier, we have a part of the dress that is like gather. It's like gather, it's like 12 inches. So I want to cut off that gather. So now, 12 inches. I'm adding allowance. I'll just add a little, let me say, 1 inch allowance. So I have that in two places. Then I'll do the second one. I think this one and this one I've cut should be enough so that the down will not be too fat. I think this should be enough. Let me just stop it here at this point. So this is for the down. This one we are going to join. So I'll join on it and I'll bring it back and so that you understand what I'm explaining. So we are joining, we are going to join like this. We're going to join like this. Now we have joined this one. You notice it, I've joined and iron neatly. So we fold again, fold it neatly so that when you're finished folding, you bring the front. The front is perfect. There is no need for joining, but we still need the front to be able to get this. So now that I've gotten everything, I'll cut. So my front and my back, they are good to go. So here we are. We have cut the parts that needs us to stay on the floor. So we are back to the table. Now on this part, I want to cut the facing for the front part. So just follow me. I know many people don't know how to cut facing. Don't worry, I'm here to put you through on how to cut facing. Now if you want to cut facing, now you should know one thing. For the fact that you have cut this material in flay, you cannot cut the facing straight. If you cut the facing straight, it's going to give you problems. That's one major challenge that many of us have in cutting of facing. Since you made the cloth in flay, the facing is supposed to be in flay also. So this is what I mean. You see it. So I'm going to be cutting it now with my scissors. But now I can open that stuff. There's that opening here. It goes in with just ½ inch, and it can go down with like 4 inches. Then you can slant it. The same thing. So now I'm cutting my facing. When you raise this up, take this. I don't like my face being too big, so this 2 inches, this 2 inches. So I'll go down. Since this opening stopped here, I'll go down from the opening with maybe 2 inches or 2.5. That's okay. So I'll go like this. So this is the facing. So if you see now, this facing is coming the same way that the material is coming. So we've cut the facing for the front. We'll keep it aside. Then we'll cut the facing also for the back. Now, let's see. Maybe this one can give us the facing for the back. Don't forget to like my video if you find this video interesting. Like, subscribe, so that when I post my new video, you get the notification faster than every other person that is out there. So try to cut the next facing. If you have any question regarding this cutting, you can always drop it down at the comment section. Once I see your question, I'll answer you. If you have any style that is difficult for you, you can always drop it down and I will give you the best explanation I can give you for that style. So this is the facing for the back. So we are done with facing for the front and the back. So I'll go ahead and put my gum stay in the facing and just like 1 inch round the neck, both for the clothes and for the facing. So just stay around, let me do that. Now you can see I've put the gum stay. I like putting gum stay in my this thing. It makes it to relax properly. So this is the gum stay for the front. So I'm now going to, I'll take it to my machine and I'll turn the neck. I'm sure you know how to turn neck. I'll sew like this. I'll sew. Then also this is the back. This is the back. The same thing, I'm going to turn the neck like this. So then this other part, I'm going to weave it down. I'll weave this part down. If you don't have your weaving machine, you can just fold it once and use your iron to match it down. So that's the next thing I'm doing now. Thank you.